What's good, folks? It's RFG back at it. And you all know I'm going to make this video to basically clear up some things that were stated in my last video. And before I get started, I just want to let everyone know that this universe is a universe of polarity and irony. It is a universe of polarity and irony. Okay, so there's, this universe consists of 7 different hermetic principles: mentality, correspondence, vibration, polarity, gender, rhythm, and cause and effect. Okay, as above, so below. Okay, and the rest of them, the 7 hermetic principles. And when we look at those and we understand the fact that this universe is everlasting, ever knowing, ever expanding, and we are given free will. Okay, we as sentient beings are given free will. So when you consider the laws of free will and polarity, this is a universe of irony. It's a universe of irony. So what do I mean by that? I mean, if certain vibrations are carried by certain particular people over a certain period of time, okay? So let's just say, for instance, a father passes down certain traits to his children through certain amount of generations. There's going to be somebody in that generation who eventually, there's going to be somebody in that bloodline who eventually breaks free from that trait, or you see what I'm saying, or that so-called curse. You see what I'm saying? There's going to be somebody who operates under, you see what I'm saying, this law of polarity. Okay, the law of cause and effect. When you factor in all these 7 hermetic principles, eventually some person in that bloodline, going down the genetic line, is going to break that trait. Okay, so I need to say that before I break down what I said about Libras in the video I did yesterday. Okay, now with that being said, the elites are using most people who are born under the sun sign of Libra, to carry out their agendas as far as brainwashing the masses, and getting them to indulge in low vibrational activities. So what does that say about the sun sign of Libra? That says that the sun sign of Libra is extremely powerful when it comes to forms of attraction, communication, diplomatic behavior, persuasion, and charm. Okay? Diplomatic behavior, persuasion, charm, physical attraction, you see what I'm saying? Persuasiveness. Those are the basic traits of the sun sign of Libra. So that means that the elites in power are using mostly puppets who are under the sign of Libra, because they know Libras are extremely powerful when it comes to those particular traits. Now, just like the scales, on the Libra sign, they can go both ways. It can be used both ways. Just like these 7 hermetic principles of correspondence, vibration, polarity. You see, the polarity says it can go either way according to the universe, because Libra is basically nothing but the scales of Ma'at. All right, the universal scales of Ma'at. The balance, the fucking balance of the universe, the fucking 7 hermetic principles of the universe. That's what Libra actually represents. That's why it's the seventh zodiac sign. That number 7 is very, very significant and held in high regard when it comes to alchemy. All right. And the elites know that. So this is exactly why they are specifically targeting and handpicking people to join them that are under the sun sign of Libra. Okay. So when I made that statement in my video last night, I wasn't condemning all Libras. I wasn't. I just made a statement that most of these people that are being used by the elites when it comes to the music industry, a large portion of them are born under the sun sign of Libra. Okay, and that means that Libra has to carry a very powerful energy that the elites need, okay, to lure in the masses. So, like I said, most Libras, when it comes to like physicality, many of them have well-balanced features, well-balanced facial features. They're highly intellectual and they're great communicators. They're very persuasive, and they're very, very charming people. So, that can easily cause people to, fall under their persuasion. And, that can be used for low vibrational activities, or it can be used for high vibrational activities. You see what I'm saying? It goes both ways, because it is Libra, and Libra is nothing but the scales of Ma'at, which are the universal scale, the scales in the universe, which are the 7 hermetic principles. Okay? That is what the fuck Libra represents. Okay? And that is why they have chosen many Libras to be on, the low vibrational side. Now, what I'm telling the people who are born under the sun sign of Libra is we all need to come together, and Libras in particular might want to try to come up with ideas to try to use this energy for a high vibrational purpose. Okay? And I guarantee you that it is possible, because once again, this is a universe that operates off of the laws of polarity and the laws of free will. So what do I mean by that? There could be a lot of Libras who are sucking people in the matrix, but on the flip side, if a certain particular Libra has certain placements in their natal chart, okay, or they were just given the spirit to act upon this situation, it may be a fucking Libra that ends up getting everybody out of the goddamn matrix. Okay? Because once again, this is a universe of the 7 hermetic principles of polarity and free will. So that makes this universe a universe of irony. Now I'm gonna delve even deeper into that. Now, we all know the planet Saturn is basically ruled by, restrictions, discipline, seriousness, father time, another deity that's basically in control of the matrix. But it was a Capricorn man. It was a Capricorn man that officially pulled my ass out of the matrix. Yeah, RFG. It was a Capricorn man that basically pulled me out of the fucking matrix completely. Okay? And if you would base that off of somebody's just strictly their sun sign, you would have never guessed that, because it's not someone's sun sign that completely makes up their personality. It's their entire natal chart and their culture. Okay? So when you put that into perspective, once again, this is a universe of polarity and irony. Okay? Okay, so, these scales can be tipped either way. I personally think that A lot of Libras would become more wise, much more wise, if they naturally basically take up their own life paths and learn through life on their own. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Libras experience both spectrums of life, you know what I'm saying? Indulging in low vibrations, indulging in high vibrations to the extreme. And, you know, they basically find balance between both worlds. You see what I'm saying? But honestly, you know, I really don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, like I said, the elites are just recruiting people of this particular sun sign because this particular sun sign has a great amount of power when it comes to persuasion, physical attraction, charm, diplomatic behavior, and communication skills. Okay, so when we deal with Libra, we're dealing with the universal scales of Ma'at. Now, another zodiac sign that I said that might have trouble in this particular age of awakening was the sun sign of Taurus. Now, why would I say that? Well, that's because when you look at what Taurus actually rules, and you look and you basically understand the fact that Taurus represents the negative aspect of Venus. The Libra represents the positive aspect of Venus. So Taurus rules the second house of the natal chart, which is material possessions, this physical world, how we interact with the physical world around us, the five earthly senses: taste, touch, smell, sound, okay, sight, physical sight. That is all the five earthly senses of the physical matrix. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So what do I mean by that? We can still have Tauruses who are highly enlightened if they have a lot of planets in their 12th house, in their 11th house, or in their 9th house, or even in their 8th house. Okay? So if they don't have a lot of planets in Taurus, and they don't have a lot of planets in the second house, they can still be very, very extremely enlightened people, okay, coming from the Taurus sun sign. Okay, don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X was a Taurus. You know what I'm saying? There's been plenty of people born under this sign that are highly enlightened because, like I said, it all goes back to the natal chart. If you're dealing with somebody who has a lot of planets in their 12th house, their 11th house, their 9th house, or even their 8th house, you're going to be dealing with a person who is much more naturally connected to the higher spiritual realms. Okay? Okay? So that's basically the reason why I said that people who carry a lot of Taurus traits would have basically a hard time in this age of awakening, because Taurus is also a fixed sign, a fixed earth sign that's ruled by Venus. So that means that, you know, there's many Tauruses who are stuck in their ways and who have gotten very comfortable living in this mundane matrix, in this mundane society that is ruled by this fake piece of paper. Okay, and this is something that has to be addressed. Okay, and like I said, Taurus energy is extremely powerful energy as well, because the Taurus energy itself is Hathor herself. Okay, the original goddess of love, beauty, music, art. Okay. Artistic creativity, artistic order. That is this goddess Hathor, and she is the original Lucifer. Before, she was the original Lucifer before Osiris. Okay, Osiris is the masculine aspect of Lucifer. Hathor, which rules Taurus, is the negative feminine aspect of Lucifer. Okay. Also, Well, yeah, this is another picture of Hathor, because these people know that she's associated with the Taurus zodiac sign. Now, the other zodiac sign that I said was going to have problems in this age of awakening, or may have problems in this age of awakening, was Virgo, because Virgo is naturally ruled by the negative aspect of Mercury, which means that most of the time, if you're dealing with a person with a lot of planets in Virgo, they're going to naturally view things from a negative viewpoint first. Okay? A naturally negative or a naturally selfish viewpoint or perspective first. Okay? And Virgos are natural critiquers. They're naturally judgmental. And they're naturally set in their ways when it comes to society's standards of the norm. Okay? They're mostly about projecting an image of perfection. And this image of perfection that has been absorbed by Virgo, this was given to Virgo by the goddamn, the parasites in power that control the media. So you see a lot of people with, powerful Virgo placements in their horoscope. A lot of them end up getting brainwashed in society, in this society, this matrix that is ran by demonic parasites. Okay? And more so than any other mutable sign. See, so the mutable signs are Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Gemini. Out of all those signs, Virgo has to be the most stuck in their ways, because Virgo is the earth, is the mutable earth sign. Okay? So it's going to be a little bit harder for them to change their ways, more so than the other four mutable signs. You see? So when you look at the particular damage that's been done to this particular sun sign, there's always a negative aspect to the Virgo energies, and then there is a positive aspect to the Virgo energy. And the positive aspect to Virgo energy is extremely, extremely, extremely powerful. Okay? Extremely powerful. All right? I'll just put it to you like this. Virgo energy ties back to the goddess Isis. And if it wasn't for the goddess Isis, Asar would have never been resurrected. Asar, the real Christ, the true Christ that, that gave humans Kundalini fire and an active third eye, active pineal gland. This God would have never been resurrected if it wasn't for Isis, if it was never for Aset. Okay, Aset is the manifestation of the most powerful Virgo energy that you could ever imagine, because Aset, aka Isis, was the original Virgin Mary. She was the original Virgin Mary. Okay, and she was the one who resurrected the Christ. Okay, the Christ was not her son Horus. The Christ was her husband or spouse Osiris. Okay, and she resurrected him. So basically, the resurrection of the real Christ is all tied to Virgo energy. Okay, so what does this mean? This is very powerful, folks. So listen very carefully here. A lot of Virgos, I think, if they would come together and use their analytical critiquing ability to help people who are in worse positions than them, if they could indulge themselves in activity where what they do is they help, they critique, and they analyze people who are in worse positions than them, you know what I'm saying, to help build them up. Okay, they would be tapping into the Isis energy of mending the pieces of Osiris back together. You see, you see, you see, a lot of Virgos, they, a lot of times, more than a few, they look at people who are more successful than them, whether it be intellectually, spiritually, or emotionally. And a lot of Virgos envy people who are ahead of them intellectually and financially and spiritually. But what I'm saying is, you need to use this energy to help build people up, okay, that are in worse, more dire situations than you are. You see what I'm saying? That way you are tapping into the full Virgo, the full Virgin Mary, the full Isis Osset energy, resurrecting the Christ, resurrecting the chosen people of the earth. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Very, very, very powerful energy. And every so-called sun sign has a positive aspect and a negative aspect. Okay? So even though I did say Virgos, Tauruses, and Libras may have a tough time in this age of awakening, remember, this is a universe of polarity and free will. So you know what the hell that means. Even though Libras, Tauruses, and Virgos may have a tough time most of the time in this age of awakening, it just may be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Libra to pull our goddamn asses out of this fucking matrix. Okay? Okay? Because, you know what I'm saying? That's how it works when you're dealing with universal laws of polarity. All right? Now, that's really all I had to say on this topic. I just had to clear that situation up because of the comments I made in my last video. I also made comments regarding so-called mixed people with Caucasian mothers. Now, I did not intend to offend anyone of mixed descent with a Caucasian mother. All I was saying was, when you look at things from a larger perspective, more so than a little, okay, you see mixed people with Caucasian mothers who have a harder time tapping into their so-called melanated African roots, indigenous roots. Okay, I never said that all mixed people with Caucasian mothers are never going to get enlightened. I never said that. You see what I'm saying? So all I said was it is much harder when you look at things from a large global perspective. It seems to be much harder for so-called mixed people with Caucasian mothers to actually acquire a real knowledge of self. Okay? And I do know mixed people personally with Caucasian mothers who are enlightened. Okay? I'm speaking about things from a large global perspective. You have to understand, everybody, there's people from all over the world tuning into, this channel and others that are spreading, knowledge and enlightenment, But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's really all I had to say on this topic. I appreciate everyone who supports RFG and Atlantean movement. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's the Chosen One, man. I'm out.